Hi guys, welcome to my channel, my brand new channel. This is my first ever speed build for The Sims, so I hope you like it. It's actually my first YouTube video ever, except for I think when I was like 13 I'd put some singing videos on. You know how we all did? It was really embarrassing, but anyway, this is a shipping container tiny house. It is in Sulani on the lot right underneath the volcano. I just kind of wanted to create some sort of multi-level like deck area because I figured if you live in a tiny house, you probably spend most of your time outside, especially if you live in a tiny house on an island. So that's the idea, and I will build in a pool a little bit later as well. It looks like a cool place to hang out. I don't think I could live in a tiny house. I got really into, like all those shows about tiny home living, like deep in the pandemic. There are a couple house hunters, like a house hunters collection about tiny homes, and then there was another one called Tiny House Living, I think. And I watched all of those, but I have too much stuff. I couldn't do it. The tiny house itself is 4 blocks wide as you're following along. That seemed like the most realistic looking dimensions, but also makes it workable and playable to be able to add in a bathroom and all of the other stuff that you need in it. And I made it 2 stories because a lot of these shipping container homes are stacked, like 2 shipping containers stacked on top of each other, which is kind of cool. I couldn't find anything for the exterior that looked like corrugated metal, so I just used a black tile from the Spa Day pack. Sometimes I get the names of the packs confused because I'm remembering ones from Sims 3 or Sims 2, but I think it's called Spa Day. Where I got that, and then I just used the vertical slats for the top level. I wanted the inside to look like pretty cool and modern because I figured if you live in a shipping container, you probably are pretty cool and modern in your aesthetic. So that's what I was trying to do with the red. I think it looks pretty cool. And then I also wanted to make it look realistic in terms of like using all of the extra space, the wall space, and being intentional about the storage, because I know when you actually live in a tiny house, it's like every square inch is accounted for. And then on this side I did the counters because I saw a lot of that in these types of homes where they have like the counter with the overhang so that they can slide the stools underneath it to save space. And then a little bit of like just a hangout area in the front. I was trying different tables. I ended up with this one because I liked that it had a little storage spot because, again, I thought people who live in tiny homes are probably looking for unique storage solutions, so that one looked more realistic to me. And then I did a bunch of clutter. I just recently got the everyday clutter and the bathroom clutter packs, and they're super helpful. They make a really big difference in the builds. I don't have all the packs. I have probably like 70-60% of the packs, so I just work with what I've got and try to make it look realistic. Oh, so the story in my mind was that the couple that lives here, like the wife really wants a bathtub, and she's like, I will not live in a tiny house unless I have a bathtub. And so the husband is like, fine, but then we have to have an outdoor shower. So I put an outdoor shower on the other side. There's one in Island Living, and then there's the one I use is from, what is that one called? Oh, Snowy Escape, I think. Just working on storage again in the bathroom. I ended up changing it a couple times. but I want it to look realistic. This is all the bathroom clutter items too. I didn't think I would use them that much because I really am not very good at bathrooms. I don't really care about bathrooms that much, so I kind of neglect them whenever I'm doing builds, but they do make a difference. And I'm not like, I don't know, I'm not an expert builder. I enjoy it, but I'm not an expert, so I hope that these are interesting enough that they keep you engaged, but also not so difficult that you can't keep up, because I don't have like the crazy advanced building skills like some people have, which is really cool. A little tip and trick if you don't know about resizing objects, that's just the bracket keys. So the right bracket makes an object bigger, left bracket makes the object smaller. It might be different on PC. I think there are a couple cheats that they're almost the same. I work on a Mac, but I play The Sims on a Mac. But they're mostly the same. Sometimes you have to, I think if you're on Windows, do Control Control and then whatever the button is. This area over on the side, I wanted to make it like kind of tucked away. It's back on this little platform. So I wanted it to look like, oh, this is a lounge space where they can hang out on that big giant couch and watch TV and stuff. I moved the TV over there, but it also can double as a bed. So if they have visitors, when they have guests, that person can kind of have a little bit of space to themselves back there because it's kind of tucked away behind the bathroom, because the main bedroom is going to be in the upstairs loft area. And then I tried to do that dresser like on the left. It's a dresser, but it also kind of operates like a nightstand. So I was trying to think about the storage again. And then that little modular storage area. I think we need more rugs. We need better rugs in The Sims 4. I always really struggle with rugs. I don't know about you guys. I like the ones where like they look sort of textured, so they look realistic, but there just aren't that many of them. Or if they do, we do have them, they're in like crazy patterns, and I don't know, I just wanted it to look a little bit more simple. And then I did hanging storage and put like shoes and books and other kind of clutter up in there. I can't remember which pack those are from. I think they're from the Tiny Living kit, if I remember correctly. You guys will have to tell me if there are particular packs that you really like for decorating and building. I don't know if you can hear that noise in the background. That's my cat. He's messing with the blinds because, I don't know, I guess he's bored. Sometimes when he hears me talking, like I'm on the phone or I'm on a video meeting or something, because I work remotely, he gets a little jealous. He gets a little jelly that I'm talking to somebody that's not him, so. Oh, another trick that I used here for people who may not know about the 9 key and the 0 key to raise or lower objects. That one's really useful. And again, I think if you're on Windows, it's Control, and then the 9 or the 0. I tried to make a little desk area over here, but I really didn't finish like the rest of the floor space here. I figured it could be like an activity area for whatever your Sims are into, music or art space or whatever. Or if you wanted to, you could do a half bathroom up there so they don't have to go up and down the ladder in the middle of the night. I don't know why I put so much thought into like as if the Sims were real people, but you think about these things. I really liked this little, I don't know what you call it. I guess it's just a little deck. But I would sit out there with my coffee if I were them. It has a really good ocean view too. This is like one of the best slots on the game, I think. Oh yeah, okay, so I messed around with a few different things for the pool. Originally, I had it on the bottom level, and then I decided I wanted it to be on a foundation because I wanted it to feel like an infinity pool, kind of. And you can't put them on platforms, you can only put them on foundations. So I put a foundation there, and then you can connect a platform to a foundation with stairs. So that was the idea. I'm just messing around to get it right. When I was doing this, I accidentally changed the foundation of the whole structure, and that messed up my walls on that back area. This part made my walls disappear on the back of the, you can kind of see it there in the back corner, where the futon is. So I had to go back in and fix it. I don't really know what happened. Like I said, not an expert builder, but hopefully you still enjoy it. When I was doing the landscaping, I wanted it to feel like super lush and jungly. So I used a lot of the sort of like palm type things, ferns, and then some of the ground cover. There's one really cool ground cover that I used a lot for this, from the Island Living pack. Let's see where I can find it. I'm not 100% jazzed about how this little path turned out because I come back and fix it a little bit later, but I wanted it to look like just like a well-worn path where they're coming in from the beach, and underneath all of the grass is mostly like sandy soil. So that's kind of what I was going for, but I don't know. I might go back and fix that a little bit, but I tried to kind of layer it. I think this helped a little bit too. Filling in. Oh yeah, this is the ground cover that I was talking about. It's super useful because it covers a lot of space. It's really pretty. I think it looks really realistic. One thing I wanted to do, but I forgot, on this little outdoor deck area, is I wanted to make like a yoga space. So I have the yoga mats from Spa Day. I think it's called Spa Day. And I was going to put that and like little candles around and plants and stuff. I forgot to do it. But if you don't have Spa Day, you can still make it look like a yoga area if you just use one of the rectangular mats. They're about yoga mat size, and then if you put little candles by it and stuff, you can make it look like a yoga station. I love these little string lights. I can't remember if they're from the whatever the city living pack is with the apartments, or if they're from, I got one of those free, it's like a holiday themed kit. It had some cool stuff in it. Another little tip and trick for you guys. If you're not familiar, if you remember in The Sims 3, we used to be able to rotate objects like 360 degrees, not just on the grid at like 45 degree, 90 degree, whatever. And it made it look so much more realistic to have things like just a little bit askew. And then they took it away in The Sims 4, which is a bummer. But you can still use it. You just have to switch the camera mode on the top right. You have to switch it to the Sims 3 camera. And then if you hold Alt, you can rotate. See, oh, there, I was doing it. But here we cut to the photos. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I really like all the plants and the greenery. So I hope you like it. Again, my first ever speed build. So please let me know what you guys think. If it goes too fast or if you have suggestions, I'd love to hear your feedback. And I have more stuff coming for you. I hope you like it.